Alrighty folks, here it is. The upgraded Hamilton Beach 10 cup food processor. And nice little thing about this one, because it does have more power and more juice, it's going to have those suction cups on the underbody. We're going to be real simple. We're going to start off with some candy canes, because that's what I did with the other one. We started off with some candy canes. We'll throw those in there. And we're going to use those candy canes later for some delicious treats for the family. Alright, we got our bowl full of candy canes. We'll go ahead and throw that in this processor and see how well it does. Plug it in, throw in my candy canes, and then we'll just power up. Now you can load them from the top, but I figured for the sake of example, I will not do it that way. So again, we just take it to the front and we just turn it on to our first level. We're going to go ahead and do pump. So in the pump mode, all I got to do is just turn it to it, and it gives me a quick little pump. So I don't have to worry about it just running the entire time and completely obliterating my product. So I'm going to go ahead and just pump it a few more times. I think that's plenty. Let's go ahead and see our final product. Look at that. It does a great job with the candy cane. Had no issues blitzing that up. We do have a couple of chunks in there still, so would need to do a couple more pumps. But I mean, for the first few, it did a great job. Let me go and show you again up close in the bowl. So here it is, the bowl full of the candy cane chunks. And you can see there are a couple of big pieces still in there. But underneath all those big pieces, we have a bunch of powder. So depending on the dish that you do make, this does a really good job and provides you with a good final product. So I would say fantastic product. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks, how well it does with something more like peanuts. And we'll get these peanuts roasted up and show you how it does. Now again, like I mentioned in the other video, I probably recommend for people who are doing more of this stuff with family members who are allergic to peanuts, get a separate processor, something dedicated for peanuts by itself, just to be safe. Alrighty, let's go ahead and reload our chute. Another safety feature, if you are not locked in, this will not activate. So once you are, we're locked in, everything's functioning, pulse. Again, that was 5 pulses. It's already done a super good job of processing the peanuts itself. So let's go ahead and crank it all the way up to 1. Let it do its thing. We really want to let this work. We want to get a nice fine powder for something like peanut butter. So I'm going to let this run on 2 just so you can see it in action. There it is on 2. And honestly, I think it does a fantastic job. Again, this is just the upgraded version of the smaller Hamilton Beach food processor. So it just gives you 10 cups versus 3 cups, and it gives you a lot more power. You got the loading chute and a couple of other cool features to be able to just quickly clean off the sides of your dish. But let's go ahead and show you the final product. What a wonderful job this did to that peanut. I mean, we've already got it so fine. We're to the point of actually having peanut butter, making such a good product. I did not see any chunks in there whatsoever. It did such a good job just processing that all up to give us a nice, fine peanut butter product. I mean, we've even got some sticking to the bottom there. So let me go ahead and clean that up. Just see how much finer the final product is in that 10 cup model. Now, we probably could have just blitzed this a little bit longer, but this is the product that we did end up with in that 10 cup model right here. All right, let's go and switch over. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and throw in an onion and see how well it clears out an onion in there. So for the everyday practical stuff, onions are probably one of the most common vegetables that people use. Let's try it out. All right, last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and load that onion in there into the chute. Yep, loads in no problem. Cover up the hole. I mean, it just obliterated that onion, no problem. Look at that. And there it is. Look at that beautifully processed onions. It did such a good job and took like no effort. Technically, it was probably done after the first pulse. This is the 3-cup model, the final results of the 3-cup model, and that was after a few pumps. Everything's pretty darn even. You can see them side by side there for yourself. I'd like to point out these little scrapers. I love this little scraper thing right here, especially if you're using this for making things like guacamole or just processing some onions or even peanut butter. The fact that I can easily just scrape the sides and let it continue doing its thing, it's fantastic. Simple little design, huge benefits. This needs to slide on here. We need to line that up. Once they're all lined up, they will fall into place, and then you lock it in. The handle, it'll be on the right-hand side where you're looking at it, of this little knob. Second, the chute. The chute needs to make sure that it is also lined up with the handle. I'm going to unplug it. Main reason for that is for loading and unloading purposes. So that needs to be on the same side as the handle, which is also on the right hand of this dial. So just real easy, just want to point that out. Make it real simple for you folks. But I'm going to keep it pretty simple and leave it right about there, folks. That right there is the Hamilton Beach 10-cup food processor. Look at that. Absolute beauty. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comment section wherever you're watching us from. If you're on Amazon, check out more information below in the carousel section. You can try one of these for yourself. But like I said, it does exactly what we want it to do. It can do peanut butter. It can do the guacamole. It can process everyday food. Prep up some delicious holiday treats, and it does all of the food processing you'd potentially want for an everyday person. But thanks for checking out the video. We appreciate you checking it out. If you want to see the other video of the 3-cup Hamilton Beach food processor, check it out if you're on YouTube or if you're on Amazon on my influencer channel right down in the carousel area below. Thanks for checking us out. Appreciate you. Aloha.